Hi Scorpio, this is Castology. I have your January 2020 tarot all set up for you. So in regards to your tarot story, I have a separate deck. I have like 3 additional cards from a separate deck, which is the Enchanted Love Tarot. I took out 3 cards from there to give us like a better view of the love life energies. So maybe it could put things into perspective and probably help you out. If anything, throw that into the air for you. That's pretty cool. And then the next thing is that I have your general reading. So let's get started with that. I already have your cards. So with your tarot story, I have here that your reading begins with the Four of Cups. So I'm actually connected to a Scorpio who's understanding what's been laid out in the table thus far in terms of their experience of emotional affairs. You're in a contemplative, reflective state regarding certain affairs in your life. There's something that's coming towards you, whether in romantic affairs or in love, because whatever you have on the table, you received it the same way. You're blessed and you're thankful, you're grateful for what's occurred, but you're hesitant about something that's coming towards your way. And this is being accompanied with the Two of Swords. So you're being closed off about something because you initially had a conversation about something where you put a stop to something. You X marks the spot in your heart. You stop the crap because you realize what you experienced in the past. You had a big wound and you stitched it up, and you literally have these stitches. It's still a fresh wound. It still hasn't healed, but you managed to stitch it up. So you're just holding on to that information and to accepting that knowledge. And what you've noticed is that you're able to see the BS from a mile away. This is nothing new to you, is you now at this stance with the Two of Swords, that in the Swords Kingdom, you realize that if this was all swords, the next card would be the Three of Swords. So you're taking a stance because you understand what this is all about now regarding this. Okay? Wow. So the recent card, well, after this, the energy manifests or transmutes into the Two of Cups, which is interesting because with the Two of Cups, it's an energy of like understanding that something was destined to occur. There's a partnership that feels like it was destined. Whatever the situation is, it feels like it was destined. It was something that is divinely connected or was divinely meant to be, and it's something you can't deny. You could have a connection with a Leo, and I also have a water sign, such as a Cancer, a Pisces, or Scorpio as yourself, or maybe these are signs that are in your natal chart or the person you may be involved with, or regarding a situation in terms of like elementals that unified to create a situation. So the next card that I have here is the Knight of Pentacles. So what I have here is that whatever this stance was, that came to this understanding of some divine connection that you're like, this is meant to be, whatever this case is, right? There was a need or a quick understanding and recognizing that there was a practical approach that you needed to look at things objectively and be logical about it and be realistic. Because you've been down this road a million times. You're the Knight of Pentacles. You know everything. You know what it takes to go on those travels. You know what food to take, how much water to take. You're meticulous. You're prepared. You understand all the rules. You understand how to do things correctly and how to deliver your message and make that, take your time making any sudden moves. This could also be significant that you could be dealing with something regarding this emotional understanding that's related to a fixed sign or an earth sign, such as a Taurus, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. The next card that I have is the Strength card. So this is more confirmation that there is a strong connection or influence of a Leo energy or Leo tendency or some sort of fixed sign energy regarding some sort of divine connection or understanding some sort of union regarding this element or this fixed energy. So the next card that I have is the Star card, and this is Aquarius. This is also, for me, the Star card is just reconfirming this Two of Cups in your recent past. With the Star card is just manifesting into something bigger and greater. This is something that was destined or something that seems like it was meant to be. And this is understanding that it was written in the stars, and it dawned on you to understand this. You could be receiving a message or some sort of information with this bird here. It's going to bring some sort of clarity to things, but in a major way. This is a major arcana, and she's has pearls in her hands. So there's some sort of like understanding where you're gonna give birth to this realization and like definitively knowing this truth with the star in the sky. And then the next card that I have in reference to the star card is the Seven of Swords, because along the swordman's journey or the sword journey, you're at the Seven of Swords. So you're walking by with this smirk on your face because you're understanding when you were here with the Two of Swords at this level. You know exactly what this feels like. You're walking past, remembering your recent past. This is again your future, okay? Understanding this right here. Where you say, I know exactly what the next card was going to be. It was the Three of Swords. So you know what? I have the Three of Swords right here over my shoulders. 1, 2, 3. These are the Three of Swords. The next set of cards in the deck, for example, and I have these 2 additional swords just to reconfirm that I understand exactly what this is based on my experience, and I have extra just because I pay my dues. I know exactly what this was. So after this, your reading ends with the Emperor card. So it's being final, putting a period to the end of whatever's going on, of the crap or the BS, because this is they're on a journey in the Sword Kingdom. The next card would be the Eight of Swords. After that would follow the Nine of Swords, then the Ten of Swords, and so forth. The Emperor is here representing all 4 kings of the kingdom, you know, or 4 elements in terms of fire, air, water, and earth. The Emperor. This also signifies an Aries. It's also putting an end to the travel, to this journey, because the focus is understanding, knowing where you came from. That Three of Swords that you have on your shoulder, this knowledge, recognizing the Two of Swords that you already gained from this understanding, and having this for the future, and also having this for safety, like understanding your modes, being in control of this to the point that you're the Emperor. You're in charge of whatever's going on. It could also signify that you have a situation where you could have a choice between 2 people regarding some sort of divine connection. You could have someone in your life who has heavy influence or Leo in their chart, and someone who has heavy influence or an Aries in their chart separately. So you could be just dealing with 2 separate individuals or 2 separate energies, or these are 2 separate energies in terms of the zodiac signs that are within your chart, the person's chart, in terms of the story affecting you in general. Alright, so this concludes your reading. So with the other cards that I have for you in terms of the Enchanted Tarot, the first card that I have in terms of the flash card is the Romance card. The Romance card is signifying that you have romantic affairs in your life. So you should have people on your corner. I don't think you know, this is some sort of Scorpio. That's just completely, there should be something that you are focused on in terms of like the energy of romance, or this is an influence that surrounds you right now at this time. The next card that I have is the Intuition card. So signifying whatever you are going through in terms of your romantic affairs, please use your intuition. You cannot go wrong. Trust your intuition. And just to back this up in terms of romantic affairs, be more romantic, be more loving, more playful, more carefree in terms of your approach, and use your intuition. Like, maybe I should do this and send this to this person. Maybe they might like that. Please trust your intuition and do it, because you can't go wrong, okay? The next card that I have here is Fulfillment. So this is basically stating down the line, if whatever romantic situations you are experiencing at this time in your life, please show it, prove it, and do it, and trust whatever your hunches or intuitions are telling you regarding your romantic affairs, because to please you and to be happy, if you trust your intuition, you cannot go wrong. Find and seek your fulfillment. Trust your romantic visions and your foresight and how you're approaching things in terms of your romantic affairs and who surrounds you. Use your intuitions and you can't go wrong. So this concludes your reading for January 2020 Scorpio. If you resonated with the reading, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Support my channel, and I appreciate it if you do. Thanks for checking me out once again. Peace and blessings, and I'll see you next time.